All right, good morning, brothers and sisters. This morning, as we come to the closing of the letter, we of Thessalonians, we are in chapter 4, and the verse that stood out to me was verse 11, and Paul is addressing sexual immorality, living in holiness, and how we're to live after we accept Christ as Savior. And verse 11 of chapter 4 says this, that you also aspire to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands as we commanded you. And for me, it's confirmation. I just got my own apartment, and for the first time in my life, I'll be living on my own. And I have my job. I got Jesus in my job, and yeah, this is gonna be something interesting. But as I work hard with my hands every day uh, and mind my own business, I'm able to listen to the surrounding conversations of employees and coworkers and just the things that they talk about. And I say, wow, I remember when I had a mouth like that. I remember when I would talk. And I do slip here and there. I'm not perfect. I do get caught up in certain conversations, and I'm learning. But I'm seeing now how easy it is to get caught up in the things of the world, the news, what's going on overseas, what's happening here, the present, all these different things, all these things that do not have anything to do with my salvation. And this is a reminder of me to focus. It doesn't matter who's ruling your country. What matters is who's ruling your household, who's ruling your heart, your spirit. That's what matters. Who's leading that part of you? The world can turn and burn, and you will have the peace of God. You will be covered in that fire. You'll be delivered, So this just blesses me and reminds me again that to shut out the world and tune in the word, to shut out the voices of the world and to tune into the voice of God, to keep busy with work that I have and stay focused on that and do it in the spirit. So everything I do would be made not only to perfection, but that pleases God. When people see the work that I've done, they're like, "Hey man, who's doing that? Who's building that bike? That's a nice piece of work. Or that's a who's at that station? Oh, that's David. Oh David. He's a good worker. What's different about him? What's why does he stand out in a different way?" And in Proverbs, there's a couple of chapters, a couple of verses that say, for a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches. And it's true. When someone says your name, the words that follow describe you. The words that follow describe your character. The words that follow describe your integrity. Oh, yeah, David, oh, that fool shady, bro. Or David, hey, that's a good man. And don't get me wrong, I've been shady, so I've been called shady many times, and I've been called a good man. And now I'm working on me now that I no longer have a wife and kids to support or go home to. So now learning to work on me with the Lord, learning to live and lead a quiet life is going to be a very interesting but blessed road. And I'm excited now to see what God has in store for me this next year. So, brothers and sisters, again, I encourage you to tune out the world and tune into the word, to shut out the voices of the world and to focus on the voice of God. So, God bless you all. Much love. Have a blessed day. And remember, choose wisdom over the world.